Today, I want to share with you a meditation and a reflection and an experiment and that shows that what we call the tangible world, the imaginary world, the emotional world, the world of fantasies and stories, that all of these worlds are actually one reality. So bear with me because you'll find this very interesting. Every day we think of various ideas, we perceive different objects, and we imagine, we have fantasies, we read stories, we share stories, we go to movies, we see plays, we listen to music, and we think that all these things are different objects, and even different experiences. Some we call the real world and the physical world. For example, this book is something that is in the real world. Okay. When I read the book, it is actually a mental experience. All I'm looking at is squiggles on a piece of paper, but then they evoke ideas, emotions, etc. So that becomes the imaginary world, the world of thoughts and feelings and emotions. And of course, the emotions that are triggered by these words: life after death, the burden of proof. So the book as a physical object is different from what I experience, really, when I read the book, and then what I imagine, etc., etc. But let's actually examine if these distinctions are mental overlays imposed on an indivisible whole, because reality itself does not discriminate between what is the world of imagination and fantasy or thought or emotion than what the world is as a physical collection of physical objects. So what we perceive as tangible objects or intangible thoughts are both expressions of reality, of a unified existence. The fluctuations we call perceptions, which give rise to the experience of a tangible object, are within awareness, and they do not belong to any fixed category. Similarly, imagination and creativity demonstrate that reality is dynamic and boundless and cannot be confined to rigid definitions. So, through the lens of fundamental reality, then fiction, imagination, fantasies, perception, sensations are all expressions of the same infinite presence, the essence that underlies all experiences. Okay, so let's do a meditation on this, okay? So let's choose an object. I chose a book, so you can choose a book, or you can choose your hand, or actually, if you're outside, let's choose a tree. Let's choose a tree, but we can choose any object, okay? So let's choose a tree and let's do a simple meditation to experience this from an experiential point of view. Can we experience it in a way that we totally understand this? Because if you totally understand this, you're free. And there should never be any reason to experience existential suffering. So let me guide you to a meditation, the direct experience of reality. Okay, that everything, whether it's a tree or the word tree or the image tree or your physical body, that all arises from the same formless awareness. So, by gently exploring this unity, let's dissolve the illusion of separateness and the illusion that the word, the image, and the object are different. Okay, so find a quiet place now where you can sit comfortably, either on a chair or a cushion. And close your eyes or keep them softly open, gazing downward without focusing on anything specific. And take a few slow deep breaths, allowing your body to relax and settle into stillness. Bring your attention to the present moment. Notice the sensations in your body, your breath moving in and out, the weight of your body against the surface you're sitting on. Observe these sensations as they arise within your awareness. You are not doing them, they simply appear effortlessly. Now, imagine a tree. Just imagine a tree. You could also look at a tree if you're outdoors, but you could do both. You could first look at it and then imagine it. Okay, so notice now its shape, color, texture, and presence. If you're imagining it, observe how vividly it arises in your mind, especially after you've looked at it carefully. Okay, now reflect. Where is this tree actually experienced? Is it out there? Or is it appearing within your awareness? Whether seen with your eyes or imagined in your mind, the experience of the tree is inseparable from consciousness. And now say the word tree loudly, and then say it silently in your mind. Notice how this word arises as a sound or a thought within awareness. Now reflect. The word tree is not separate from awareness. It is simply another appearance within it. Now recall the image of a tree, a mental picture from memory or imagination. Where does this image exist? It arises within consciousness, just like sensations or thoughts. Now, shift your focus to your physical body. Feel its presence, the sensations of touch, warmth, or movement. Ask yourself, where are these sensations experienced? Are they outside of awareness, or do they actually arise within it? Reflect. Even the experience of having a body is not separate from awareness. The body is perceived just like the tree, or the word tree, or the mental image of the tree, all arising within the same field of consciousness. And now gently contemplate, is there any real boundary between the tree, its name, its image in my mind, and is there a difference between all of that and my body? Or do all these phenomena arise within one unified space, the formless awareness that I am? Let go of labels like tree, body, or mind. Simply rest in the knowing that everything you perceive, whether in the so-called external or internal world, is made of the same essence. And now release all effort to focus on specific objects like tree, body, words. Instead, turn your attention to awareness itself. In other words, be aware of being aware, the space in which everything appears and ultimately disappears. Notice that this awareness has no shape or form. It is boundless, without borders, and completely formless. Rest here for as long as you like, allowing all experiences to come and go without any effort, without any clinging, without any resisting, just naturally. And when you're ready to end the meditation, slowly bring your attention back to your surroundings. Now reflect on what you've experienced. The tree, real or imagined, its name, its mental image, and even your body are not separate entities. They're expressions arising within one indivisible reality and are entangled with each other. Everything shares the same essence, which is formless awareness. And that is who you are. Carry this insight with you throughout your day, recognizing that every experience is part of a united whole and that you are that. This meditation can be repeated regularly to deepen your understanding and embodiment of and understanding of who you really are. And over time, you'll begin to see how all distinctions dissolve into a profound sense of unity and peace, and the recognition that you are the universe, Tattvamasi, Aham Brahmasmi. If you enjoyed this, give me some feedback. And also, please feel free to share it with others.